Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Today is Thursday, the 4th of January in the year of our Lord 2024. So I welcome each and every one of you to Freedom March, and it is a good day, a day that I can report that it appears to have been peaceful, notwithstanding that we've had at least 4 murders for the new year. So let us give God thanks. But I can report that the Royal Bahamas Police Force has one of the most intensive, if that is a good adjective, dragnet taking place. So I expect that perhaps by midnight, the police should have as many people in protective custody as there is perhaps the murder of investigation taking place. So I call on young people everywhere to cooperate. If you are caught in the police dragnet, it doesn't mean that they're looking for you. Just peacefully surrender and go into lawful protection and custody and celebrate. In the midst of these murders is a Negro mother that I move with great sorrow. Can you imagine having 5 Negro children, 4 males and 1 female, and 4 has been murdered, including the female? Can you imagine that? Imagine that you have 5 Negro adult children. 5! 4 is murdered! It's a sad, sad story. I don't know if I'm bold enough to reveal it, but I shall be moved by the Spirit. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save mothers everywhere. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I do feel emotionally a little better after that shooting incident yesterday on Prince Charles Drive. But in the aftermath of the killing of those 2 citizens, additional information has been passed to me that I find very, very devastating, as there are women in our country, mothers who want the best for their adult children, who want the best for their children who are underage. And I'm troubled by the story of a Negro mother who has 5, or should I say, had 5 children. And what is sad about it is alleged that out of the 5 adult children, at least 4 has been murdered, including a female adult child. And it is very, very, very tragic. And the 5th child has to date survived, and he has survived, it is being alleged, because he is in the custody of the King's Commissioner of Prison. So it's a very tragic story. It haunted me all night last night as I reflected on the gruesomeness of the situation. Can you imagine a mother with 5 and 4 are gunned down, 4 are murdered? It's very, very tragic. Very, very tragic. And the 5th one, it appears, is only alive. I hate to say it, because to date, he is in the custody of the King's Commissioner of Prison. I don't know if I should put that emotional burden on the nation, but it's a very, very sad, sad story. Very, very sad story. But I'm pleased that the man of God is here, and we shall see if he has on the full armor of the Lord today. So I'll talk until he's ready to do that which spiritual advisors are expected to do. Meanwhile, the Free National Movement is conducting a very deadly campaign against myself and a Negro man whose name I shall not reveal. I want the Free National Movement to act responsibly, and I call on my relatives, who are my relatives by blood, to take note of the vicious lie that the FNM has put in the party's chat group. I call on my relative to take note of the vicious lies and propaganda that the Free National Movement has in its chat group. We could play politics, but when it comes to flesh and blood, there can never be playing of politics, because my family are sure of me. You're not sure of the FNM. You're not sure of the FNM, but you're sure of me. And no person who is related to me by blood should be in that chat group unless they're there to protect me. And I do not want to be forced to draw my political sword. The FNM must act responsibly. Other than that, I am bold to examine a program that the FNM, first in opposition, advocated. And then I have reason to suspect that it was implemented. So I want the FNM to act responsibly. Political criticism is fine, but do not mark or walk on that dangerous line. And that's all that I want to say. I was shocked that it is as if the FNM has forgotten that I am a member of the party's chat group. So I want the FNM to act responsibly. Let's act responsibly, because there has been too much bloodshed in this country. Too much bloodshed in this country. And today, I could go wild. Are you ready, my spiritual advisor? Yeah, getting the spiritual advisor ready to put on the full armor of the Lord.
Absolutely.
And to put on the armor of peace and to walk away from F&M lies. Okay? So this is powerful. And today I've decided it will be tit for tat, butter for fat. If you try to skin me,
that's the Old Testament now.
I'm going to skin you.
We don't live by the Old Testament.
All right?
Okay?
So my spiritual advisor, are you ready?
That's Old Testament, okay?
Well, behold my spiritual advisor,
Yes.
the man of God, here today.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Santa. Great to be here. I'm sorry I'm late. I hope you don't penalize me for being late, but forgive me. Santa, Galatians, where we at today? Is it chapter 5 or 6? Mr. Medusa, there we go. Contrary to what Calvinists may believe, there's a movement in this country that's spreading some false lies about man's free will. They say that man doesn't have free will, but I'm afraid they're mistaken. Reformed theology is a doctrine that is from the pits of hell. And I'm going to send it straight back to where it came from. Man does have a free will. God has made man free, mortal, to make decisions all on his own. Galatians 6:7-9 says, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. Whoever sows to the flesh, whoever sows to please their flesh, from the flesh will reap destruction. And whoever sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:7-9. Make no mistake, we can make decisions. We do make decisions. And our whole life is based on decisions we make. We make good decisions at times, Santa, and there are times when we make bad decisions. And when we do make those bad decisions, there are times we have to suffer the consequences for those decisions. So please, whatever you do, try to make sure that you make the right decision. In doing so, you will reap a good reward. Do not be deceived, my friends. God cannot be mocked. A man only reaps what he sows. And the message is kind of short today. But I must send back to hell, and I'll be doing this privately, not here on this station. That Reformed theology, false doctrine being spread through this country. Anyhow, Galatians 6:7-9. Read it for yourself, study it. It's a very powerful passage indeed. 7, 8, and 9. Thank you so much, Mr. Producer. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Amen. Back to you, Senator.
Well, folks, BDC Fiber Internet is now faster, stronger, and more reliable and available in more and more neighborhoods. Now in 80% of New Providence and Grand Bahama and counting. BDC's fiber internet connects you constantly to everything you love at the best price in the Bahamas. Enjoy fiber internet, phone and TV for just $99.99 plus VAT. Sign up today at bdcbahamas.com. And BDC is very powerful. And of course, there is the Gaming Board of the Bahamas. What do they say? The Bahamas Gaming Board teaches that gambling addiction comes in many forms. For some, gambling is fun and entertainment. For others, gambling can become a serious problem with serious consequences. Bet on yourself and gamble responsibly. Bet on yourself and gamble responsibly. This message is brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas. It's powerful. Do you have any ad, my spiritual advisor?
No ads. You can go ahead.
Very well.
All right.
So, I'm concerned about certain reports that I'm receiving from government institution. I want to advise civil servants that it is against the law to indulge in violence on the job. You might beat a man badly, and he may not press any charges. But if he dies, and it comes to the attention of the Royal Bahamas Police Force that his death is as a result of you beating him or choking him, it's a criminal offense. And you will not have a defense by saying to the police, he never complained. He may not have complained for many reasons. I want civil servants to know that smothering and or attempting to smother a human being is against the law. Taking your hands and squeezing the necks of a person, don't mind that that person did not report it to the police. Do not mind that the Central Detective Unit didn't come to investigate. But if that person were to perish, were to die, it becomes a criminal investigation because the medical profession will be required by law to tell the police why that person died. So I call on civil servants, starting tomorrow, please do not try to kill anyone on the government job. Please don't even kill them off the government job. So there must be no more smothering attempt, no more choking attempt, no more taking your big hands and putting it around the neck of a man to the extent that you almost kill him. Remember, no one can authorize you to kill them. You could tell the police, well, I decided I was going to kill him and he didn't say anything. Well, that would only be a confession that strengthens the police case. So, starting tomorrow, please don't kill or try to kill any person, any colleague. If you're not pleased with the colleague, and if you think that his sins are such that you are compelled to kill him, just pick up the telephone and call the health minister, Dr. Michael Darby, and say to him, Dr. Darby, I am in charge of Department A, and this civil servant who is employed with me, I'm so upset with him, I'm going to kill him. And I'm certain that Dr. Dowell could solve that problem. But it must not happen. Okay? Anybody whose boss attempt to kill them on the job, the most that I can say is go to the police. Say to the police, my boss tried to kill me. And then describe to the police in detail how the boss attempted to do it. So that is as best that I can do under the circumstances. So I call on all civil servants, no matter what your position is, do not be foolish that you react to a staff, that you think you should smother them. You think you should, whatever you do, when you put your hands around a person's neck and squeeze it until they are forced to be put on sick leave. Okay? That's the most I can do. These things are so terrible, but let me hope that somebody's satisfied that I've done what they felt I should have done. But if it happens again, go to the police, okay? And tell the police what was done.
That should already be a police matter, as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to figure out how come it hasn't reached the police yet. Well, that has gone too far. If that is happening, that has gone too far. That person needs to go straight to the police, because your boss don't have the right to put his hand up no matter who you work for, where you work, it doesn't matter. They don't have the right to do that. That is already a police matter. I'm surprised you didn't go to the police and report it, saying that you have information that the police should have. I mean, this is already a police matter. You are the crime interrupter, aren't you?
Well, I'm trying to interrupt this one, okay? This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. For Christ's sake, we have no right as boss and supervisors to kill the staff, okay? God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save King Charles III. Let there be peace. No right to kill the staff. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka, and Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. This has been a very interesting new year, and a lot of citizens have been startled over the fact that at the beginning of the year we have already had 4 murders within 3 days. And so, it's something for us to reflect over, perhaps pray over, and come up with some resolution as to how it ought to be dealt with. Yesterday, you would take note that my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, had drawn to my attention that I've not marched. And of course, the record will show that no one has marched more in this country than I have. And I have an excuse for not marching. I do have an excuse.
Yeah, what's your excuse?
I have corn on my toe.
So what happened to your minions, the men who normally march?
No. We're talking about me. But I'm 67.
The group's supposed to still move on.
Just hold on a second, my spiritual.
So if your cause stops, the whole cause stops?
Would you please relax for a second? I am 67. Marching is for a new generation. When I march, many of you never march. The time has come for you to march. All right? I have bad foot. And of course, he thinks it's a joke. But if you don't believe me, ask Dr. Dwayne Sands. I would have told you more, but I have relatives who get very upset when I openly discuss medical issues. But I do have an excuse. Perhaps tomorrow I shall go and have my foot nicely wrapped. Then I will put it on the studio, up here on the table, so that you can see.
All right, Sandra. We all know you got that.
Don't describe what you see. Right? So I'm going to have it nicely wrapped. I'm going to find somebody who know how to wrap bad foot. All right? And everybody knows that the man who has been treating me has been Dr. Dwayne Sands. I don't want to go any further because I've not seen him in a while. All right? So I have to be very careful of what I say. But I march all over the place. Now, you all are young people. Get up off your lazy and organize and march. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I still have the gift to organize a march, but I don't have the strength to march. All right? That is the honest truth. So I invite Bahamians who believe that murderers should be hanged to organize a march. All you need is placards, hundreds of Bahamian flags, and a letter to the Commissioner of Police saying to him that you want permission to organize a peaceful and orderly march. And that's it. Simple as that. So I've done my march and I've given you my reason. I got bad leg. That's what the facts are. Let me repeat it one more time. I got bad leg. So I'm going to have it nicely wrapped, and then I'm going to put it here on the table. Not trying to get any sympathy from anybody, but so that people will now know that at 67, my days for marching is over. You young people march. I've taught people for over 40 years how to march. So I got bad leg, okay? Terrible bad leg, okay? I got bad leg, so I can't march. That is the truth. I can't. But I've taught everybody how to march, including the leader of the FNM, Michael Pintard. Watch it for me. Including the Attorney General, former Carl Bettel. Okay? Want me to tell you more FNMs? I did. Okay? So those who think that there ought to be a march should organize a march. I think there ought to be a march. I think if we believe that capital punishment should be carried out, then we should petition our government in a very peaceful and orderly manner. Let us not forget that in 2015, 16, and 17, if I'm correct, there were a series of marches that I organized. The man who's national chairman of the Free National Movement, he joined me as I connected him to one of the richest County Joe man in the country, Rupert Roberts. And me connecting him to Rupert Roberts turned out to be one of the greatest political blessings that he's gotten. I don't want FNMs to force me to say things that I'm hiding. So Dr. Dwayne Sands knows how to march. And if he has forgotten, I let him know that at Rupert Roberts' warehouse on Carmichael Road is where hundreds of good flags are being kept and placards, many of which Dr. Dwayne Sands bought. So the FNM can organize marches, other citizens can organize marches. And for the record, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, who was then leader of the opposition, had not been overthrown by decent Loretta Butler Turner. He had promised me that he would join the march. And then at the 9th hour, he made contact with me and said he couldn't come. He had to go to Freeport. That was a part of his conniving. So I don't want nobody to talk nonsense, because nobody has marched more than I have marched. But I got bad leg, okay? There are things that I hide from the public because I have too many members of my immediate family who, if they hear me say, they get mad. They call me and say, why are you telling people them things? So, even though I'm bold, I got family, and every now and then I'm required to play family. So I have to play family. I got to play husband, father, grandfather. Then I am required to play brother. And then after that, cousins and uncles and godchildren and all kind of things. So that is what the reality of the matter is. And I'll let every Bahamian know, I'm not intimidated. I just got bad legs. I do. Okay? If I didn't, Wayne Monroe has already introduced me to the gun field. And I told Monroe, man, I ain't learning to shoot no gun at 67. If Monroe wanted me to shoot gun, he should have taught me it 40 years ago. But at 67, I don't want to learn to shoot gun. All right? And Monroe knew. In my young days, I was a karate expert, but I can't drop kick nobody no more. All right? So I thought I would say it for the record. So for those who don't know, my last good matches happened to have been, what are you showing me? Now, what is it, my spiritual advisor?
No, that's right. No,
is there something in the room?
No, you look wonderful. Don't worry about it, Sandra.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah. But Sandra,
yeah.
I'm sure there's all the equipment that you can use to...
My spiritual advisor,
to charter your course.
No, I want you to march. You've never marched for anything. You even ain't marched for Jesus. You march. All right? Okay?
Why are you trying to get out of this, man?
No, I'm not getting out of something.
Okay.
I have a bad leg. What do you want me to do?
Here's what we can do.
What we can do?
I know somebody who would be willing to donate a golf cart. We can use a golf cart, and we'll ride the golf cart to the course.
No.
Why not?
I don't want a golf cart.
Why not?
I said I don't want a golf
While
cart.
you pull your effigy.
No.
You can use a golf cart.
No.
Anyhow, let me ask you a question.
Okay. Let Michael Pintard organize a march.
Okay, so you're off the hook. But let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Now, how do we get this discussion about capital punishment? How do we have this addressed in the House of Assembly? Obviously, we have to find a way to put it.
Who is your member of parliament?
I thought about that. My member of parliament is Leroy Major.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to send him a text.
Instead of talking contract with him.
No, contract is important.
Are you listening to me?
Mm-hmm. And how do you know as a matter of fact, I just sent a text to Shannon Cartwright, right?
My spiritual advisor. There's nothing that happens in the FNM that I don't know.
Yeah. Anyhow.
There is nothing that is happening at the PLP that I don't know.
So, Senator,
So
you've been
instead
pushing
of
for this.
talking contract, discuss
Amazing, eh?
with your member of parliament to introduce
The discussion on capital punishment.
an amendment that will remove the impediment
That prevents the
that
government
prevents the government from hanging.
Okay, so what's the impediment? The Privy Council? The worst of the worst?
The Privy Council, right? First of all, let's make it clear. Hanging is on the book.
Okay.
But who orders hanging? The courts.
Right.
So there can be no execution of a murderer unless the court orders it.
Okay.
At the moment, the Privy Council has said that in order to execute a person, he must commit,
The worst of the worst.
which is bad English.
What do they mean by the worst of the worst?
I don't know, because that's bad
Well,
English.
they should be able to explain it.
Are you listening to me? They're laughing at you with your Negro
They're
self.
laughing at you too, Senator.
No, they're not
Because
laughing
you've
at
been
me
pushing it
because
for years.
I'm...
We've been pushing it for years,
Why is
right?
this man not listening?
And they tell you they can't hang
Are you-
unless
are you
the worst
listening
of
to
the
me?
worst. Don't do that to me.
Well, listen to me. St. Augustine College. When they said it is the voice of the voice, did you not hear me say that we must move the impediment?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
That is my counter.
But
that is my
the reality
counter.
is, what is the worst of it? Because apparently, if you can satisfy them that it is the worst of the worst, then they'll say, go ahead and
Are
hang
you
him.
listening to what I just said to you? Listen, St. Augustine College. The voice, let's quote it. Quote, the voice of the voice.
What is that?
End quote. Is bad English.
Man, sons of man.
Wow.
You can't explain to me what they mean by that?
I just told the man that's bad English. Come on.
Let me ask you a question.
When England,
You know anybody who's committed the worst of the worst?
did you understand what I just said? Listen to me one more time. There is nothing in the English language called the voice of the voice, Negro.
Apparently they think so.
Yes, because they know.
Oh boy.
Don't cost me.
They know we stupid, eh?
They know you stupid.
Oh, but you ain't stupid.
No!
It's
Because I
amazing, eh?
continue to argue.
And what school you been to?
CC Sweeting. But I have you to know that A. Leonard Archer was educated in London. He's London trained. Huh?
Oh, Lord.
Now, if you want me to test it, starting tomorrow, everything you say in English, I could correct.
Ah, boy, this is
All right?
serious.
So let's get it clear.
Yeah.
The voice of the voice is bad English.
Okay.
Right?
Let's concede that to you.
So you could never achieve the voice of the voice. Every killing, if I am to quote them, is the voice of the voice. Whether or not you shoot the man, stab the man, choke the man, drown the man, once you deliberately kill a person,
Take his life.
that death, right?
Yeah, it's the worst of the worst.
Is equal to any other death that
Yeah.
occurs.
It's final.
So what we are faced with is You read something and you don't go and check. And today, there's no need for us to be stupid or ignorant. We all have a smartphone. So if somebody says something, you could ask your phone, is that proper English? You ever notice many people say, we must hang them. We must hang them. That's bad English. Don't mind I went to university and I did. One of the things I had was a woman named Miss Lethbridge.
Miss Lethbridge?
And she taught me the difference about hung
and hang.
And hang.
Okay.
You don't hang a person by a rope. You hang them. But I hear the woman at the university saying, but hanging is wrong. And I told the Negro man, let's go. And he wanted to know. I said, listen, I smarter than her. He said, but she got a master's degree. I say, yeah, don't mind she got a master's degree. She doesn't know the difference about hanging and hanging.
They hung him by the neck, Sandra.
No! That's bad English. All right? That's bad English.
So let's get back to the meat of the matter now.
Yeah.
Now, how do we convince the government that this issue of crime and the punishment of capital punishment,
the issue is
has to be
greater
addressed
than
in Parliament? Now, how do we get this addressed in Parliament?
The issue is greater than the government, because the same thing that the PLP believes in, the FNM believes in. Which is they do not believe in capital punishment. So you can't see it as a PLP versus an FNM. Dr. Minnis called a special conference at Brent Daddy Place. He invited me on capital punishment. He invited the Lord Bishop of Nassau. He invited Dr. Bernard Nottage. Bernard Nottage instead sent senior civil servants to attend it. Why did Dr. Nottage not show up? Minnis had on the table FNM paraphernalia. So before Dr. Nottage arrived, the security and intelligence branch, for security reasons, went and checked out the meeting. They reported to Dr. Nottage exactly how Minnis had the place set up. Minnis subsequently apologized at the meeting for having it look so FNM nice. Minnis and I clashed in the front of the Lord Bishop on the issue of capital punishment. Minnis does not believe in hanging.
Which bishop is that?
The Lord Bishop of Nassau. You don't know the Lord Bishop of Nassau?
Is it Gomez? No?
No, it's Lige Boyd.
Oh, Lige Boyd.
He is the Lord Bishop of Nassau.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So unless you have both sides of the parliament agreeing on capital punishment, then it's only a political game. So what is needed, first of all, is to get the PLP and the FNM to hold a conference among themselves and to agree, so that the FNM wouldn't think that PLP is trying to score a political point, and the PLP wouldn't believe that the FNM is trying to score a political point. And once they agree, then it would be easy to move the impediment. And many scholars in the legal profession says one of the ways to move the impediment that prevents capital punishment is to ensure that the jury vote on whether or not
the person should be hanged.
The person should be hanged.
Okay.
All right? So therein lies it.
So what is interesting though, has there been any scientific or Gallup poll or survey about, in the public space domain, how does the public feel about capital punishment?
The majority of the Bahamian people believe in capital punishment.
You think so?
Yes.
When you say majority, what are you talking about? 60, 70%? Maybe? 75?
My spiritual advisor, the majority of the Bahamian people believe in capital punishment.
Who conducted the survey?
My spiritual advisor,
okay, well,
the majority.
Okay, if you say so.
Let's don't play games.
It has to be scientific now.
How many persons have you run in? I could tell you the people who don't believe in capital punishment. But if I call their name, they can write Sabat's a letter and say, I'm picking on them. But I left them at the prison.
Okay.
Crying. When the murderer was being executed.
Okay, so there may be some who may think that hanging is a bit barbaric. So what we should do now is maybe look at other forms of capital punishment, like maybe lethal injection.
No.
Or gas chamber.
No.
It's the same thing, Sandra.
my spiritual advisor, what does the law say?
You hang them by the neck until they're dead.
So when you now say, let's give them lethal injection, you are inviting a debate which become another form of political distraction to prevent capital punishment. So what do? You move the impediment and you hang. After hanging for a couple of months, we could then say to members of the public, you don't like hanging, right? No. Okay. So what we'll do is gas them.
Okay.
Right? Or we'll push them out of the helicopter in the ocean.
Or fire them and
Or we will take a cutlass and chop their heads off. But if you get into a debate over whether or not you should electrocute the person or hang the person, it's a major political distraction. You do what the law say. So hanging is on the book, but that I hope I'm using the correct word. Whatever that distraction is that prevents it, you move it. And then you're able to execute murderers. It's simple as that. Very simple.
Well, until then, we got a serious issue.
Yeah. It's an issue in which the parliament must resolve to solve. Okay? That is how it must be done. It's simple as that. Outside of that, you have the same problem, and the only people who are winning are the gangsters.
You know, it'll be interesting to hear how, it'll be interesting to interview a few member of parliaments to see how they feel or what are their views on capital punishment and how it's affecting the country. Because, someone from the Breakfast Club sent a very interesting post in the club, right? And they talk about how crime will eventually, what it does is it scares the people, the residents, the citizens, right? And then it moves on to our tourism product, and then it stains the country. So eventually, if crime is not controlled, it's going to damage the country for the most part and destroy our tourism product. So the question is, you wonder, how does the MPs feel about this when they go to Parliament? Are they really serious about the country? Do they love their country? They recognize that crime is an issue. They have the power to change it, but yet still they all sit back in the chambers and don't even suggest that, listen, we need to discuss crime in this country and capital punishment. So it'd be interesting if we could interview a few MPs to see, how do they feel about, capital punishment, and not only that, the level of crime that's in the country. It'd be interesting to me. Okay. But the Minister of National Security is not in the country, but he's promised that when he does return, that he would like to sit down and discuss the issue of crime and the effect it's having on the society on the show. Of course, he's going to have to get your permission.
Well, let's look at how we deal with matters. Let's look at an animal called the pit bull. Mm-hmm. Everybody recognizes that the pit bull is a very dangerous animal. Everybody Yes, everybody knows that the pit bull is a dangerous
It's an
animal.
Aggressive breed.
Everybody knows. You see, so you see what's going on now. You and I even can't agree it's dangerous.
No, it's an aggressive breed.
So you're right.
Yeah, it's an aggressive breed.
It is an aggressive, dangerous animal. Can we compromise on that?
Okay.
To the extent that on the 19th of March, 1992, I appeared in the Supreme Court of the Bahamas and got a judge by the name of Austin Thorne to issue an order to restrain a pit bull. Check the record.
What year?
The 19th of August, 1992.
Okay.
How much years ago that is?
From 92 to now, that's more than 30-something years.
Okay.
Huh?
So you see how advanced I am? And I could prove what I say to you.
Wow.
19th of March, 1992. All right? So what is the point that I'm making? Notwithstanding that the dog killed the child in Fox Hill.
32 years.
32
years.
notwithstanding that the little girl in Carmichael Road, I can't even remember if it killed her or what he did with her. We can't agree to ban pit bulls. We can't.
You know
agree.
why, right?
Why?
Because there's some lobbyists and there's some folks who will argue and tell you, hey, it's the way you train the dog. They'll tell you the
but
pit bull.
a child was more
Yeah.
in the bushes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we can't agree that we're going to ban them.
I think we should.
You want another example?
I think we should ban pit bulls.
Let's go in the sea. When an animal kills a human being, you are to get your gun and kill the animal.
Now, you won't go in the sea now. I don't know if you should go in the sea.
I want you to just listen to the argument.
Mm-hmm.
So we have seen in recent time some of the most dangerous sharks swimming on Long Wharf,
and Montague,
swimming
and
on
areas.
Goodman's Bay,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Killing people. Wasn't there a young boy just the other day who was attacked?
I think, may have been bitten on the leg or something like that.
Wasn't
On
there
the arm.
an American tourist that was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Notwithstanding that, black people who represents the majority can continue to listen to strange argument. What is it? Strange argument! And we need to just kill the shark! Kill them! Alright? But everybody going crazy! Kill the shark! Kill them! Kill them and run them! This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Good to be here.
You will recall when we went to an adjournment, I began to tell you about pit bull and how dangerous it is. I have on the line Carolyn Hanna, and you may not be aware, all over the Bahamas, the Hannas and I have a wonderful relationship. Carolyn Hanna, are you there?
Yes, I am, Brother Rodney. I'm right here.
Were you ever bitten by a pit bull?
Yes, a few weeks ago, on the 29th of November, I was attacked in the street by my neighbor's pit bull, and I called you about it then.
What has happened since the pit bull bite you?
Well, it took about 2 to 3 weeks before animal control came and carried the dog away from the premises. And a few days ago, I was out on the side of my yard, and when I looked, the dog was there trying to get over the fence at me again.
My God.
The dog is back in the neighbor's yard, and I don't know how that happened because I was told that once they carried the dog would not be returned to the owner until the courts made a decision. But I don't know how the dog got back, but I took photographs of the dog, so I know it's the same dog.
Who is your MP?
My MP is Leroy Major.
Have you had an opportunity yet to speak to Leroy Major?
Oh, yes, I've spoken to Leroy Major, and I believe it was because of me impressing him about it, he was able to get the people at Animal Control to come and get the dog, because I had been complaining about the dog before the attack. And I continued to tell Mr. Major, and they came and they got the dog. And he told me that I wouldn't have to worry about that because the dog would be kept until such time as the case is called. And I called him up a few days ago. As a matter of fact, yesterday I sent him a photograph of the pit bull that bit me that's in my neighbor's yard. I don't know how they got that dog back, but he is back there, and it's a terrible nuisance. They have 3 pit bulls there. two male and the one female that attacked me in the street.
Now, have you spoken to the police about this?
I haven't spoken to the police yet because I haven't been able to get to the Carmichael police station where the complaint was made, where I took the doctor's report, and it was based on that the animal control people came along with two police officers and carried the dog.
Okay. I'm going to cut you here. And my spiritual advisor wanted to know what subdivision you live in.
I live in Southern Shores. I live in an area called Misty Gardens.
Oh, I know those dogs.
I live in Misty Gardens, which is off Marshall Road.
So you live through the first corner on the left?
First corner left.
I know those dogs.
Two-story building.
Listen, I am the landscaping company that takes care of that property. I know those dogs. They be up on that porch.
That's right.
Oh.
Listen, stay in contact with me.
Okay,
I'm going to have to write a special letter to the Commissioner of Police because we have to protect all the women them, okay?
Listen, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I know the owner of those dogs personally, okay? She's a good friend of mine. I will speak to her about that. All right? You need to give me a call. My number is 814-6096. You need to call me so we can work this out, okay? Call me.
Well,
814.
The owner of the dog was there when the dog attacked me.
Oh, wow.
Listen.
It was because of what the dog didn't do me any worse. She was there. She opened the gate and the dog was out of the gate before her when I went to talk to her about the dogs and the nuisance of the dogs.
Okay.
Who rescued you? Who rescued you when the dogs attacked you?
My son.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a good thing he was home. We had this conversation before, Brother Rodney.
I remember. That's why I'm asking you the question so the public would know.
Okay.
Yes. I sent you a photograph of myself as well.
Yes, you did.
People will know who it is.
I know who you are. Listen, we are going to make contact with Leroy Major.
I know the owner.
And we're going to write the Commissioner of Police and ask him, when is he going to arrest the dog and take the dog away? You take good care, Sister Hannah, okay?
Thank you so much, Brother Rodney. God bless. Have a good weekend.
I thank you.
Take care.
I thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I know the owner of those dogs.
So, folks, you see, I'm not just talking. Every day I'm getting complaints from members of the public. So the dogs are dangerous. But we can do a little birthday first, and then we'll come back and discuss all of these other issues, including how we must now charge into Long Wharf and do some things, kill out the sharks until they run into deep water, and close down every business that is associated with shark trimming, feeding the shark and so forth. We must close it down because any animal who kills a man, we are supposed to kill that animal. And I'm very disappointed that for that American woman to be killed and we allow those same people to open up that business, it is a disgrace. My spiritual advisor, let us now go to birthdays, and that would be powerful. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Sorry about that, Miss Medusa. I don't understand why folks don't understand what the call line number is, but anyhow, here we go. Wow, I know one of those dogs. This is very interesting to say the least. All right, let's go ahead, Miss Medusa. Let me follow you. We only got a couple, 2 or 3 today. So we want to send a happy birthday to Tiana. Happy birthday, Tiana. Coming from your family and friends. They say they love you. We hope you enjoy your birthday, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. All right, so the number to call in at 5:30 is at the bottom of the screen. The call who called me just now. All right, so happy birthday.
Look up.
Oh, sorry, I don't have her. Okay, we have that. The next one, I have that. The next one. Yeah, do the other one. I don't have that one. Oh yes, I have that. Happy belated 80th birthday to Deaconess Audrey Russell in Bimini. It's coming from her children, her grandchildren, family, and friends. They love you. Hope you had a good birthday, and hope you live to enjoy many, many more. So happy 80th. Wow, She's 80. She looks good for 80. Deaconess Audrey Russell. All right, and then we're going to do a happy birthday to Jenny's child. Happy birthday is coming from her parents, her sisters, especially Melissa, the brother, nieces, nephews, aunts, especially Diane, uncles, and the rest of the family. They love you. Enjoy your day. So that other one, you have to send that to me because I don't have that. But that's the end of the birthdays. And if it isn't in,
He seems to be signaling you.
good evening. I would greatly appreciate a birthday shout out to the one and only Renee Albury in Harbour Island. From my mother, dad, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and extended family. Happy birthday to Renee Albury in Harbour Island. All right, Sandra, that brings us to the end of all the birthdays.
Well, I thank you, my spiritual advisor, and we wish everybody around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas a happy, happy birthday. And if you have a special anniversary, we say happy anniversary.
Right. Now, we understand that Vaughn Jones is celebrating the birthday as well. So happy birthday, Mr. Vaughn Jones. Your daughter is sending this birthday shout out to you. All right, your daughter, Treasure Jones. So happy birthday to Mr. Vaughn.
Is that the Undertaker?
I think it is. You know him? You know a lot of people.
I know everybody
Who you know
in the
Vaughn
country.
Jones from?
Huh?
Who you know him from?
Listen, I'm family to everybody
Is
in
he
the
related
Bahamas.
to the man out west?
That's Wendell, brother.
You serious?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vaughn Jones, I understand you have a daughter by the name of Treasure Jones. She's sending you a happy birthday shout out, okay? Good. All right.
Yeah, one. Well, folks, we wish everybody a happy birthday, and I want you to know that the Hannahs have been poorly treated in this country, and I yearn for a day when Glennis Hannah will join forces with me to protect Hannahs. Hannahs are no longer allowed to marry men of Haitian ancestry. And what are you laughing, man?
Man, what you doing, man?
What you want me to do
Lord.
if I am
These people alone, man.
my spiritual advisor? What you want me to do if the people show up at my office and when I ask them how I may help them and they tell me they won't get married but they won't give them no license? What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
No, you're the justice of the peace. You just
I have
find a way to get it
to
done.
see how I can do this.
Yeah.
And I need Glennis Hannah support. I want Glennis to talk with the Registrar General and allow any Hannah who wants to marry a person of foreign ancestry.
French.
And I am convinced that if Sister Hannah was to be allowed to marry that young man, the record will show that people of Haitian ancestry, the men, they are faithful and they take good care of their wives and they take good care of Bahamian women. Okay? Take it from me.
They sure are faithful for true.
Huh?
Yeah, the Haitian men seem to be very faithful.
Listen to me.
Because I can't understand, you know, there's some guys who work for me. I can't, I guess it is happening, that they haven't been to Haiti in 5 years. And they haven't seen their wives, but, you know, they still, well, listen, to the pure, all things are pure. I don't know.
No, they are faithful.
How can you be away from your wife for 5 years?
That's very easy.
5 years you're away from your wife.
I haven't seen my wife.
And the devil don't sneak in there. And
Listen,
there's some 5 years now, Sandra. You haven't been with your wife in 5 years. I mean, is she still your wife? 5 years.
My spiritual advisor, let's stay.
Boy,
Let's stay
boy,
on
listen. Knowing the
holy
nature of
line.
man. See, we can't be stupid now. That's not, sorry. We can't be naive. I don't want to be like you because you're a bit crude when you use that word.
Which word?
We can't be naive.
Which word?
5 years, Sandra. Your wife in Haiti. You in here in Nassau, waiting for 5 years.
You're now going into
And I
culture.
say, man, you sure that's still your wife after 5 years?
There's something he didn't tell you. Most Haitian go to Haiti.
Oh, Malango. Oh, Makanda.
Yeah. right? Most Haitians go to Haiti at
In
night.
the night.
Right? And so that
Makanda.
yeah,
It's a flying man.
yeah. So all we could say is
Oh,
merci bon day,
what a joke.
yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So folks, these are some of the things that are affecting the country. We
Rest in peace. Who died? Or
yes,
you have a-
yes. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Did you put it on my iPad? You didn't put it on my iPad? Remember, what did he say? Really? Okay, well, just bear with me for a second. I have to report the death of a wonderful lady, okay? Let's see what's her name here is. Goodness me. It has been so devastating for me when I learned of her passing. All right? My spiritual advisor, see if you can identify the name of the deceased. She passed away today in the United States of America.
Is that Stephanie Missick Jones?
Stephanie Missick Jones.
No.
She died today at a hospital in the United States of America. And I think up to the date of her death, she was employed at a government agency. There she, if I have it correctly, was the director of the credit union. I've got it wrong. But she passed away, a wonderful lady. And among her survivors is the director of Inland Revenue, Mrs. Shonda Strawn. And Miss Missick became ill about maybe a week or two ago, which forced her sister to travel to the United States of America.
Yes. So you're giving condolences to Stephanie Missick Jones.
Yeah, Stephanie Missick Jones.
Okay.
So I'm certain the family at some point will issue further information. So it is very, very sad. A wonderful civil servant. I used to take a lot of young men to see her who were interested in forming credit unions. Okay? So we thought we will tell you of her passing. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Yeah. What time is it, my spiritual advisor?
It should be the people's time, but
Yeah.
that has failed on so many occasions. It's 5:18.
5:18.
Now,
Go ahead.
Let's address the issue that's circulating on social media, where they lambasting and condemning two consultants. Do you know who's spreading this criticism?
In the F&M,
Now, how you know it's the F&M now?
have you ever caught me in a lie?
No, I'm not saying
I
that.
ask you a simple question. If you have, you're free to say
No,
it.
I see it, but it's not signed by anybody.
My spiritual advisor, I don't want you to be ignorant. If I tell you it's the F&M,
Okay.
you accept my word.
Why did they do this to you?
The F&M thinks that by putting armed robbery, my job is not to prevent armed robbery. That's the job for the Commissioner of Police and the Royal Bahamas Police Force. So the F&M is playing politics. It is a dangerous piece of politics because I sat down and I read the party chat. And if the FNM wants to play game, I'm prepared to call out my family by blood. So you got to watch out for me. In the leadership of the FNM is family by blood. And I am prepared to call out my family by blood. Whenever I perceive that people are acting recklessly, where was the FNM when I saved the lives of many young men? Where was the FNM when I had 2 men whom I tried to save their lives murdered? Where was the FNM? Where was the FNM when Richard Johnson was dropped kick? Where was the FNM? Where is the FNM when a Negro man has been accused of a most heinous piece of crime? Let the FNM play its game, and I'm prepared to play the game tit for tat. Whatever the FNM wants to say, I never killed a person. I never rob a bank. I never sell cocaine. And I want the FNM to know that I am in possession of criminal records, which by law I could read. So the FNM has to be very careful. They must be responsible. As simple as that. If we want to play politics, I got no problem. Dr. Minnis wanted to play politics with me, and I fought him for 5 solid years. All right? So the FNM has to be very, very careful. So I'll fire this shred. I have the police record. And take it from me, I am 67 and I never snort coke. I am 67 and I never freebase. I am 67 and I never smoked dope. I never sold it. So the FNM has to be very careful. And I want the FNM to know, as they talk about crime, the white-collar crime that the FNM committed during the 5-year reign of the FNM, if they think that I need to put more pressure on the PLP to prosecute them, I'm prepared to do so. But the FNM must be responsible. All right? They must be responsible. Now, I only could talk for me. I can't talk for nobody else. Never snort coke. And I see some top people in the FNM, and all they did was whap and free base. And for those of you who are young, I invite you to read the Miami Herald, A Nation for Sale. Just read it, and you will see the comments that I told the white editors of the Miami Herald. Watch out for me. So I'm not listening to the FNM. All right? I do my job, and when the crime was being committed, I had a meeting about 2 weeks ago with the Prime Minister, who had given me certain instructions, and Marcus Louis and I, yesterday, we complied. So I want the FNM to be very, very careful. Okay? And I call on the party to stop being reckless. Stop being reckless. Because if you want me, because I'm very upset that there is an FNM who should have been prosecuted, and the PLP is holding back. There is an FNM who should be prosecuted, and the PLP is holding back. Now I'm able to fight white-collar crime. But people robbing bank, robbing armory, shooting in the road, that's for the police. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. I deal with young people. That's what I do every day. And of course, old people as well who have other issues. So if the FNM wants to battle, battle. And I'm able
I want to remind the FNM, its leader, Michael Pintard, I took him into the bush. And Michael will tell you that when I took him into the forest, it was a sober forest. Watch out for me, eh? Yeah. So, my spiritual advisor, are you satisfied, or is the FNM giving you
No,
I
read it, and the thing about politics.
So you didn't know it was the FNM chat?
I didn't know, but I tell you this thing. I tell you one thing. Though.
Just hold on a second.
Don't be getting upset.
Just hold on a second. You were not aware it was the FNM chat?
No.
So
no.
how you got access to that?
Somebody sent it to my phone.
So the party confidential chat
Now I need
has been shared with you?
A couple of people sent it to my phone, right? You know what? I can't release my source, but it is high up in the FNM.
Yes. I'm telling you what it is. It's the party chat.
But Sandra, don't forget now, the old people say the higher the monkey climb.
My spiritual advisor.
What happens?
Don't do that.
Yeah, but you
Stop calling a black man a monkey! Because I'm better looking than you. This Negro want to call me a monkey. Don't do that, man. Stop calling black people monkey.
It's just a phrase, man.
Stop it.
It's just a
It's
saying.
your racist self. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I yearn for a day when my Negro brother will stop calling black people monkey.
The higher the monkey climb.
Tout le monde haïtien. Comment Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And we've been having a lively discussion. And I have been telling him some of the dirty things that the FNM has been putting in the party's various chats. And it is like if they have forgotten that I am a part of the party chat. So I have with me a spokesman from the Free National Movement. Are you really an FNM?
Solid FNM.
Okay. And what is it that you wanted to say in objection to the fact that I am still on the party's many chats?
Yeah, we may not have realized that you're still there, so we have to delete you from the chat.
Okay. Any idea when I will be deleted?
You'll soon see, when you look at it, you'll see Rodney Michael was removed.
Okay. Well, I thank you.
See it.
And I thank you for not saying anything negative about me, okay?
No, I don't do that.
I'm gonna say something to you in parable. Blessed is the Father who says nothing negative about me, for I know his Son.
Got you.
You learn
All
from
right.
that?
Take it easy.
Do well, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can open the lines?
My spiritual advisor.
All right. If you want to join the show today, please listen to me very carefully. The number to call, we have a few numbers that you can call. Don't call my cell phone. The number is 323-7775, 698-0775, or 698-0776. All right, so the call is on my cell phone now. You have to hang up on my cell phone and dial 323-77775. Sorry, let me repeat that again. 323-7775 or 698-0775 or 698-0776. All right, there are the numbers to call if you want to join the conversation today. Of course, you can discuss crime or any other thing that's on your mind. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hello?
Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hello, Mr. Spectre Eliza.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rodney Menker. Happy New Year to both of you all.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Okay, I'm calling. I'm the age of 75.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not looking for no job.
Okay.
My problem is this. I have to a swing it off from the 14th of February last year, I complained down to the place,
Yes, sir.
and somehow my representative, my daughter called, he happens to call me home and tell me don't worry about it, he's gonna work on it.
Who's your representative?
16th of February last year,
Who's your representative?
Leroy Major.
Okay.
And what happened, I didn't get nothing from him no more. I
Okay.
was cleaning my kitchen in November, I find his card.
Okay.
I called him. He said, oh, miss, I was worried about that. I'll wait on it. That's November.
Okay.
No more heard from him again. So I called him in December. He said, I speak to the chairman of that ain't fixed yet. Okay?
Yes.
So it still ain't fixed. I called him Christmas night.
Okay. You tell me what the problem is.
Yeah, what's the problem?
What isn't on?
Problem that DC, the 4th Valentine's Day, they cut the light off 3 times. Okay?
They cut.
And it never come back on.
Which light? Which light? The street light?
Light.
Okay. Do you
Number
do you know your lamp pole number?
83.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna send it to the chairman.
Okay?
And he happens to be a brother Roll, and I find him to be. Yeah, just hold on a second. So your lamp pole number is
83.
83. And what
Halls closed off Glasgow Road.
halls? Halls? Halls closed. Okay.
It's on the left-hand side.
Gladstone.
Number 83.
Okay. Listen.
Thank you, Miss Bullet. Also.
Okay.
And I said, you want me to make another complaint? She said, no. From March, she keep telling me when the truck coming and that area they're gonna check her. Nothing happened yet.
Leave it to me.
I called his number just now before I called you. He didn't go and answer.
Who's that?
Leroy Major.
Okay. Leave this to me.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
am
it sorted
going
for you.
to send this to Mr. Roll,
Yeah.
who's the chairman of BPL.
All right.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you.
Take
You
care.
take good care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live. Hello, caller. You there? Are you there, caller? We can hear you. Welcome to Freedom March.
So much. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Citizens, greetings to both of you. I just would like to say several points, if it's okay, regarding the banning of the pit bull.
Yes.
No problem. So I just want you guys to listen. I'm driving, but I invited my notes so I could be able to speak clearly to you guys, so I know what I would like to say.
Go ahead.
My name is Clifton Bow.
Clifton Bow.
Toy dog training in the Bahamas. My business name is Cliff King College. I do tons of videos, educational mentorships, field trips, programs with the government schools, orphanage, etc. I called you in reference to the banning of the pit bulls in the Congo of the Bahamas. In a country where crime is high, consistently, dogs are used by responsible owners to deter and protect family and investments towards crime. I was invited on all local forums, international conferences regarding animal behavior, dog training, and aggressive classes along the lines of becoming a certified dog trainer. It's not fair to ban any breed of dog, in my opinion. The best solution is to provide, number one, exposure to various breeds, because as you know, in the Bahamas, 21/7, growing up, we all believe that every brownie, every blackie with a big head is a pit bull. That's not fair, that's inaccurate. Ignorance is no excuse to the law. However, we must expose the knowledge to the community, to the public, so they can know you have to license your dog. Roaming dog is a fee. However, we need to now enforce to have walkabouts, dog shows. In the Bahamas, where tourism is our #1 industry in the state, dog shows are everything from Westminster, AKC, ABKC, you name it. However now, so we live in a lifetime where civilians are malicious because their neighbor might like dogs. So the dog can be a nuisance of them. So they might see your dog tends to hop the wall late at night to go look for a mate or something. And before they tap you and say, hey neighbor, secure your animals, they wait until a certain time to report malicious reports, and then once your dog goes into the hand of the law, it comes back. Okay, we have to have a person here as a voice for these animals. Okay, it's the reason why they always say, "Oh, white people love their dogs," because they put their animals first. And in the country where we're in now, the pit bulls is the largest amount of breed here in the Bahamas. So how you think vets are paying their bills? How you think vets are sending their kids to college? It's because of pit bulls. Cropping, C-sections, breedings, you name it. Okay? So all I feel is that we have to now provide solutions, not when someone gets mauled, we bring it to the forefront and say something regarding it. I believe we should now say things so things we can prevent things beforehand. Okay?
Ask you a question.
All right, thank you.
Hold on, no.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
We are at a stage where the pit bull killed the child.
Yes, sir.
What you want me to do?
I'm glad you said that. So something like that is already a police matter, and as you know, someone has to be held responsible. Correct?
I'm listening.
Now, you mentioned the shark attacked the boy.
No. The pit bull killed the child. What you expect me to do?
Okay. Hold the owners responsible.
Well,
That doesn't mean to find
my brother, we don't know who the owners are.
Say again?
We don't know who the owners are. The facts of the matter is black people don't like animals. The facts of the matter, just hold on a second.
Okay.
The facts of the matter is we don't like dog. Now, if you don't believe me, you could come in my neighborhood and see how much crippled dogs we got.
One more point before you
All right?
go.
I want the pit bull banned.
Before you go, one more point.
Your final point.
You said to me that the dog has no owner. Now follow me. I'm a breeder in the Bahamas. Follow me very good.
Go ahead.
Did you DNA profile that dog? Number one.
If I
Number
what?
two, where's the pedigree of that dog that gives to say that it's a pit bull and that is
My brother, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, thank you, my
We have
brother.
determined it is a pit bull. And
Who determined it? What they use to determine it?
anyway, I appreciate your contribution.
Yes, sir.
We're going to ban them. Or people will soon start soaking them with hot sour. And you know what happened when you soak dog with hot sour?
30 court cases in each corner in the Bahamas. What about that?
Okay, I got your point. Thank you
Yes, sir.
very much.
Okay, thank you so much, caller. I understand his passion. He's a breather. So, okay, that explains that. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Are you there, caller? Hello, welcome to Freedom.
Birthday shout out.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
The one of the woman named Hester Williams,
Okay.
This is powerful. Go ahead.
from her children, grandchildren, and great grand.
Okay. Tell her the leader of the woman them also join in wishing her a happy birthday. Thank you.
Sorry, welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, very blessed and blessed. Good afternoon.
Ezekiel.
Oh, very blessed and blessed. Good afternoon.
Ezekiel, speak it. Speak, Ezekiel. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Very blessed and blessed. Good afternoon. I'd like to send out a happy birthday to my grandniece with long life, good health, and a sound mind. And I'd like to send out a shout to all the senior citizens around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, to the sick and to the short end, to those incarcerated, and to every family which are about to deposit our loved one back to Mother Earth, that earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot cure. And let us continue to pray for the male seeds of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, my people, and when Zion travails, sons and daughters will be born into the kingdom. And I'd like to send out a shout to everybody that knows Ezekiel.
Ezekiel!
Brother Job.
Brother Job.
Bless afternoon. God bless you.
Thank you, Ezekiel. Brother Job.
God bless.
God bless.
323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Yes. Could you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. What I called to say is, Just a moment ago, I tried to get through on my house phone. The phones here in Saudi Lutra is just so disgusting and bad. You're paying for it every month, and believe me, you couldn't hear from one door to the next door, and this is a complaint that's going on for the longest. It is time that whoever in charge do something about this phone. The next problem I have.
Phone?
They took the office where you go to pay your light bill out of Rock Sound and telling you have to go to Governor's Harbor light bill or do it online. Let's face it, man. It isn't everybody in this country
that is true.
who have internet or who are computer savvy.
Okay.
It's time that the authorities, whoever are in charge, get up from sitting down doing next to nothing and stop taking advantage of the poor people, man.
Who's your MP?
I don't know.
Well, you need to find out so I could tell him.
My MP is what the gentleman name. I don't know his name. He in charge of water and he in charge of waste.
Oh, that would be the Honorable Minister.
But he's in charge of waste.
That's Clay Sweeting.
Well, that's who it is.
I will talk to Clay Sweeting. He's a very reasonable member of Parliament, and he must agree that you should be able to find a place right within your community to pay the light bill. I'll talk to him.
Yes, Mr. Moncourt. It's been going on for a long time now. They opened the office for 3 days, then they lock it down, mole in there. My God, how long it take a mole in the building to get it out? These people in authority have to stop camouflaging and playing blues when people ain't dancing.
Listen, I'm going to talk to Minister Clay Sweeting. He's such a reasonable man. Okay? I'll have a talk with him.
Okay, Mr. Moncourt, I respect you for that. And tell him, it's better to get that done, man, because when you can't get to pay your light bill, what do you do? Cut you off.
Yeah. Leave this one to me. I always wanted to ask Clay for a favor, and this will be my request. The light bill must be paid in your settlement. What is the name of your settlement one more time?
Well, I'm in Deep Creek, but everybody in Saudi Lutra is paid in Rock Song.
Okay. I'll talk to him.
Thank you, caller.
Okay, Mr. Moncourt, speed it up.
Listen to me. I'm going to call his permanent secretary after the show. I'm going to start with the PS.
All right.
And if it don't work, then I go to the minister. Okay?
Thank you, caller.
Much obliged.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Okay.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm a young man by the age of 25, and I've been listening to the show for the past month. I just wanted to say, Mr. Monka, spiritual advisor, be encouraged. Y'all are doing great work.
Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you.
Thank
for
you.
The work you've been doing.
Thank you.
And I want to say a prayer for the men and women of the Bahamas.
Go ahead.
May God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Yes.
And may God bless King Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
God save the king. You're a wonderful citizen.
Take care.
Yeah, this is
God
powerful.
save the King.
God save the king, my brother. Thank you.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. Just wanted a woman there.
Woman, behold your leader.
This thing is catchy.
Okay. Is it possible that you could call me offline, please?
It might be better if I share my number with you and you call me, and then afterward I could call you back.
Okay, no problem.
But don't call me until 7 p.m.
Okay, no problem.
My number is 801-5760. 801-5760. How does it sound? Do you have it? She has it.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, caller. 801-5760. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, I'd like to send a birthday greetings out to Hester Williams,
Yes.
coming from her grandson, Alexander Williams,
This is powerful.
Angie, and Bernadette.
Yes.
We send much love to her.
And we join you. Go ahead.
And also, Sir Mr. Monker,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm one of the women's them.
Woman, behold your leader. God bless you.
Thank you, and good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I just want to say I love you both.
I thank
so
you.
much.
We
love
thank
you
her,
too.
right? Don't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we thank you.
Lord,
Take
I
care now.
thank you for the woman, them. Thousands
you.
of women around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas
Submit
have
your leadership.
accepted my
So
leadership.
you're leading them though.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Do well.
Thank
You'll
you,
find
Kola.
that in this country,
Yes, ma'am.
thousands of women
Thousands. Whew.
are committed to being law-abiding. You see any woman in the road shooting gun?
No.
Huh? You see any woman robbing?
No.
Any woman raping?
They robbing.
You stop it.
You don't worry about that. They
Okay.
robbing. They just ain't using the gun.
You stop that. That's spiritual advice. You ain't safe.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Brother Rule, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing, sir?
Brother Rule.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Freedom March.
All right. Listen here. Your colleague always asking, which is not a bad thing. He always asking God to bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Right.
God to bless the Queen, the King. What's about him?
You want him to be blessed as well, right?
I mean, he that righteous, he can't ask the Lord to bless him.
He's been blessed. He doesn't have any stress. He's been blessed.
He got no stress. Well, you tell him, try to put himself on this radio station because there are times when he gets out of order.
Okay. I'll try my best to reel him in, okay?
Yeah, punch him in his side.
No, I can't do that. I gotta speak love to him. I can't punch him. I'm sorry.
All right.
Take care, caller.
I might be wrong on that one. I like to speak love to him.
Absolutely. All the time.
Listen, love is all I bring.
It conquers all.
Okay? I know you are a good man. I will pray to God for blessings, okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Freedom March, call. You're live.
Good evening, Mr. Bunter.
Sure.
So your advice, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
All right. What I'd like to see, that anybody who has these pitbulls in the yard that attack people, that the government make a law for them to pay $5,000 or 2 years in jail.
Yes. You have my support.
Yeah.
And these people will be responsible for these dogs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A lot of people lingering around.
Yes, plenty.
People getting out of these yards and biting people and
Yes.
kids and women. You can't be sure things going on, man.
Yeah.
And guess what the law says? Any animal that stays in your yard, you are regarded as the owner.
Boy, that's deep.
Yeah, make them responsible.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about we have to speak for the animals and we have to speak for animal rights and what, but human rights.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You said that
Yeah.
the animal take the life of a child.
Yes.
I think we should ban pit
We are
bulls.
responsible for it. So
Yeah.
much that we are responsible for these things, man.
Any animal that kills man is supposed to destroy that
Put
animal.
the animal to sleep. Yeah.
Okay?
That's what they do in
Absolutely.
the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not here?
Well, I
Absolutely.
think it's time we start following the noble principles of the United States.
Thank you so much, caller.
It's powerful.
Take care.
Have a good day, man.
You too.
Yeah.
Take care. Welcome to Freedom March, call. You're live.
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Governor Tower.
Welcome.
We have a problem with our house phone. Our house phone, we call the Calico. We pay the Calico. Nobody coming here to check the phone.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, as Patelco's representative on Freedom March,
That's Clay. I don't know what the title is.
Sweetie.
Clay, yes.
you cannot blame the minister for this one, even though the government owns a little more than 50%, eh?
49, I think.
49. Javago say 49 is equal to 51. Right?
But listen now,
Yeah.
the problem is power keep going off.
But, who provides power there?
I don't know the person.
Is it BPL?
Yes, sir.
Well, I shall complain to Pedro Roll. He is the executive chairman, and listen to me, he's very, very efficient. So I just sent him a WhatsApp telling him about Hall's close off Gladstone Road where that gentleman light is off, and I expect that he will have that done by tomorrow. And what is the problem in Governor's Harbor, so I could tell him that as well?
The house phone, sir.
The telephone? Okay, that's
Yes,
us.
sir.
That's us at BTC. I'm going to talk to
Yes,
BTC. I'm going to tell them to fix it. And if BTC doesn't fix it, I'm going to be very upset, okay?
Me too, because it's been too long.
Yeah, man. but I want you to stay with BTC, but I'll have a talk with them, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Do well.
All right, thank you, caller.
BTC, I'm certain you would have
Last call.
heard the complaint from Roxanne. I need every phone on the island of Eleuthera on. Okay, BTC? Other
Thank you.
than that, I'm going to be upset.
Let's
Go
take
ahead.
this last call. You got 30 seconds, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. 30 seconds.
Yes, spiritual advisor.
Listen, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, Brother Monka.
Sir.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
The problem with these dogs is, anytime the dog doing some kind of foolishness, putting down the garbage, dragging it, nobody owns the dog. The dog don't have no owner. I don't understand that. But another thing too, Brother Monka, quickly. Well, you didn't say nothing about the ladies, them jungle group, the woman, them jungle group in Grand Bahama. I hear they look good. They did well.
Well, let me tell you something. Today, I happened to be at one of the biggest police stations, and I was shocked when I walked in, and a man greeted me, telling me how well the woman, them Junkanoo group did in Grand Bahama. And
The people say they didn't even see you there.
well, you know how it is. I'm 67, but he wanted me to advise him as to what all he ought to do, and I told him he's doing a wonderful job. I want him to recruit all the women them.
Boy, yes, lady, woman, boy, they.
Yeah.
Spiritual advisor, you
Yeah.
didn't watch the jungle in Grand Bahama.
No, but listen, we got to go. We're coming to the end of the show,
Yeah.
okay? We'll talk to you tomorrow.
And-
I'm sorry about that. I'm
And
sorry.
Listen, you
Yeah,
just
no problem.
you just
Okay.
tell all them women them
Yeah, we're
to
coming to the
continue
end of the show.
to accept my leadership, and I want them to know that I am the Junkanoo cultural leader. So I'm leader of, I have a huge Junkanoo group in Grand Bahama called the Woman's Them. I want the woman them to send me a video, and you all did so well, I shall declare that you all come first. Okay? So send it to me, and this is powerful.
All right,
Lord,
until tomorrow.
Lord, I thank you.
Lord's willing.
For the thousands of women around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas who has accepted not only my political leadership, but my cultural leadership. God save the woman them. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save our blessed King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family. God save the King. Do well, everybody.